Guru Nation, happy Halloween. We don't take any days off, even on Halloween. Hope you guys had a really good Halloween. So I got a question. I got a comment from somebody on YouTube actually, and they're asking, hey Dan, I got a CRA interview tomorrow. And I gotta know, is there a cheat sheet or something for questions that they might ask me when we need to escalate things to the clinical trial lead? And the answer is there probably are, but what good is that really going to do when there are so many different reasons for escalating issues to the clinical study lead? So they may be, it's rather than memorizing a cheat sheet, which is not going to help you much because they can ask so many variations of different questions that even if you were to memorize a cheat sheet, even an extensive cheat sheet, let's say 100 questions, if they just switch any of the questions in any which way they could, because there's a lot of variables in clinical research, it'll throw you off. And so it makes no sense to memorize things. It makes sense to understand fundamentals and principles. So when things get escalated to the clinical trial lead, from a CRA's perspective, it's usually when there's been a patient safety issue in the form of a protocol deviation. This includes, but is not limited to, inclusion-exclusion violations, informed consent deviations, anything that could affect patient safety, prohibited medications, not titrating off of previous meds properly, not doing a washout properly. That's safety issues. Then you get recruitment issues. Maybe a site just does not recruit patients no matter how many times you have talks with them, booster visits, things like that. That also needs to get escalated to the lead. Sometimes there are cases where the site training is not being done or action items are not being done repeatedly, and it's causing issues maybe with database locks, database management. Those are all issues that require escalation to the clinical trial lead if the CRA can't handle it. So in short, the reason why this is a complicated video to make, and there, even if a cheat sheet exists, it would really do you no good, is because almost anything can be an issue to be escalated to the clinical team lead. So how do you make a cheat sheet for almost anything in clinical research? And the fact is, you can't. You gotta memorize, or memorizing is no good. You gotta understand the fundamental principles of clinical research. Cheat sheets not really gonna help you out. Just understand the concepts, okay? There's source, there's regulatory, there's investigational product accountability. Then further on, you have patient safety, you have protocol compliance, you have query resolution, you have recruitment, and a whole number of things in between. And in between these things, and sometimes related to one another, or multiple things in a string of events that would cause a CRA to escalate to the clinical team lead. So hopefully this helps. I know you're not going to be happy with this answer, but the answer is fact, because even if I were to give you 100 questions, they're probably going to ask you, what if they change those questions up, and then you're totally thrown for a loop. It's not going to do you any good to memorize. Understand, not memorize. Good luck, Guru Nation. Talk to you later.